Born in 100 BCE, Gaius Julius Caesar came into the world as a member of the prestigious gens Julia, a patrician family that claimed descent from Venus, the Roman goddess of love. Despite his noble lineage, Caesar's family was not particularly wealthy, but his ambition and intelligence set him apart from an early age. Growing up during a time of political turmoil and social upheaval in Rome, Caesar was exposed to the power struggles between the Senate and the populares, the faction advocating for the common people. These early experiences would shape his political vision and his relentless drive to achieve greatness.
Caesar's rise to power began with his political and military acumen. After serving as a military tribune and gaining experience in governance as a quaestor in Spain, Caesar quickly climbed the ranks of Roman politics. His charisma and ability to connect with the people made him a favorite of the populares. In 59 BCE, he secured the position of consul, forming the first triumvirate with two other powerful figures, Pompey the Great, a celebrated general, and Marcus Licinius Crassus, the wealthiest man in Rome. This alliance allowed Caesar to gain significant influence and push through reforms that benefited the common people. But it was on the battlefield that Caesar truly cemented his legacy. As governor of Gaul from 50 to 50 BCE, he launched a series of military campaigns that expanded Rome's territory and brought immense wealth to the Republic. His Commentarii de Bello Gallico, commentaries on the Gallic War, not only documented his conquests, but also showcased his strategic brilliance and oratory skills. By the end of his campaigns, Caesar had conquered vast lands and become one of Rome's most celebrated military leaders.
Caesar's growing power and popularity began to alarm the Roman Senate, particularly his former ally Pompey, who had shifted allegiance to the Senate's conservative faction. When the Senate ordered Caesar to disband his army and return to Rome as a private citizen in 49 BCE, he faced a fateful decision. Instead of complying, Caesar famously crossed the Rubicon River with his army, declaring, "Alia iacta." The die is cast. This act of defiance marked the beginning of a civil war that would determine the fate of the Roman Republic. Over the next few years, Caesar demonstrated his unparalleled military genius, defeating Pompey and his forces at the Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BCE. Following Pompey's assassination in Egypt, Caesar pursued and defeated remaining opposition forces across the Roman world. By 46 BCE, he had emerged as the undisputed ruler of Rome, holding the title of Dictator Perpetua, dictator for life.
As dictator, Caesar enacted a series of sweeping reforms aimed at consolidating power and addressing Rome's most pressing issues. He expanded the Senate, granted citizenship to people in far-flung provinces, and restructured the Roman calendar, introducing the Julian calendar, which forms the basis of the calendar we use today. He also launched ambitious public works projects, including the construction of roads, temples, and public buildings, revitalizing Rome's infrastructure and economy. Caesar's reforms sought to stabilize Rome and address the grievances of the lower classes, but they also alienated many members of the Senate who saw his accumulation of power as a threat to the Republic's traditional institutions. The fear that Caesar intended to establish a monarchy undermining Rome's republican values, grew among the political elite.
On March 15th, 44 BCE, the Ides of March, Caesar was assassinated in a dramatic and violent betrayal. A group of more than 60 senators, led by Gaius Cassius Longinus and Marcus Junius Brutus, conspired to kill him. They believed his death would restore the Republic and prevent the rise of tyranny. As Caesar entered the Senate chamber, he was surrounded and stabbed 23 times. According to tradition, his last words were, "Et tu, Brute?" and "tu, Brutus," expressing his shock at Brutus, a close friend and ally, being among his assassins. The assassination of Julius Caesar plunged Rome into chaos. Instead of restoring the Republic, his death triggered another series of civil wars, culminating in the rise of Caesar's adopted heir, Octavian, later known as Augustus. Octavian would go on to establish the Roman Empire, bringing an end to the Roman Republic.
Julius Caesar's life and death left an indelible mark on history. He was a military genius, a master politician, and a visionary leader whose reforms laid the groundwork for the Roman Empire. His writings, particularly his commentaries on his military campaigns, continue to be studied for their historical and literary value. His name, Caesar, became synonymous with rulership, giving rise to titles like Kaiser in Germany and Tsar in Russia. Caesar's assassination is one of the most famous events in history, a dramatic tale of betrayal and the fragility of power. His story serves as both a cautionary tale about the dangers of absolute power and an enduring symbol of ambition, leadership, and legacy.
More than 2 millennia after his death, Julius Caesar remains one of the most iconic figures in history. His life, filled with triumphs and tragedies, continues to captivate and inspire. From his military conquests to his political reforms and his dramatic assassination, Caesar's story is a testament to the complexities of power and the enduring impact of a single individual on the course of history